to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Forge FC versus Cavalry FC in the 2023 Canadian Premier League final. This one at Tim Hortons Field. Forge going for their 4th trophy in 5 years, their first North Star Cup, because the last 3 have been North Star Shields. The new North Star Cup being used. Cavalry going for their first Canadian Premier League championship of any variety. Well, their second final. They were in the inaugural final, but they lost. Maybe controversially so. I don't think so, but Cavalry fans will keep telling you it was controversial. But they still lost. So, can Cavalry get the revenge? Or will Forge win another trophy? We'll find out. Cavalry, the season leaders, who lost the preliminary final back at Atco Field to let Forge, not let Forge, but Forge end up winning and hosting this game as the 2nd seed. Because Forge wins playoff games. With that being said, the Canadian Premier League final, the final game of the Canadian Premier League season will be live for this one. Then we'll be live for LAFC Vancouver, and we'll review that as well. New England Philly is going on as we speak as well. Philly's beating the crap out of New England 3-0. I don't see New England coming back without Carles Heel, so it looks like that's a wash. So I picked the right game. I knew this game would be better. With that being said, and I actually care about it more than just, you know what it is. Starting 11s are as follows. For Forge FC in goal, Tristan Henry. The back 3, Mandrecker James, Alexander Akinyote Janssen, Garvin Matusala. The midfield 4, Kwasi Poku, Kyle Becker, Alessandro Jabrapur, Rezart Rama, Noah Jensen at the 10, and the front 2, Taryn Campbell and Benny Badebanga, the new signing. Well, newer signing. Came in the summer. From Europe, though. Really good player. Starting 11 for Cavalry in goal, Marco Carducci. The back 3, Eric Kobza, Dan Klomp, Bradley Camden. The midfield 5, Fraser Aird, Sergio Camargo, Jesse Daly, Charlie Trafford, William Akio, and the front 2, Ali Mousse and Meyer Bevan for Cavalry. Oh, I know. I'd rather watch this than that. I'd rather watch the New England one than that. So, you can't win everything, but if Forge wins, I'm not going to complain. Forge wins, I won't complain at all. I will not complain at all. Georgia's all over Florida. That doesn't surprise me either. New England are terrible. They're playing dirty right now against Philadelphia, 3-0 down. Barcelona lost El Clasico at home. Chelsea lost again. I know all 3 of those. But is it really at home, though? Like, it's Barcelona's interim home, but it's not really home. It's not like they were at Camp Nou. But Bellingham is world class, by the way. If y'all didn't believe, now you know. I still would rather watch a Forge game on FS2 than Wyoming Boise State, but I guess there are people who think Wyoming's bigger than this. So that's why it's on Fox Soccer Plus. I have to watch on the computer. That's why I can watch the rest of this. How we doing, Rory? How we doing, Red Bull Insider? Today's Super Saturday. Yep. Why are you covering small teams? Because Forge is my damn CPL team. That's why. It's a final. What do you want me to do? I'd rather talk about this in a game that's already been a wash for 30 minutes. Referencing Philly and New England. I'll still talk about LAFC later tonight. Don't worry. Don't worry. When that comes on, don't worry. I just thought this game was already going to be better than New England. Or whatever. I always kind of had a feeling this game would be better. And no matter what happens, it'll be better. Forge is not a small team. Everybody, if it's not Mexico, people call these games small. Here's the problem. If it's not freaking Mexico or MLS, people call these games small. Or national games. Was the season a failure for Inter Miami? No. They won Leagues Cup. No, they won Leagues Cup. So, no. So, with that being said, waiting for this game to start. Jude on his way to Ballon d'Or also means Philadelphia are back. Well, I don't know if Philadelphia, well, they're playing a fraudulent team. So, really? There's North Star Cup. Teams are walking out, and we're ready to go. But now they won Leagues Cup, so why would it be a failure? I know. I wouldn't say the penalty was playing dirty, but that was definitely a rookie mistake. Forge wearing their orange, Cavalry wearing their black. Philadelphia should be kicking New England's ass. They are. I don't know. Maybe after this, I don't know if the game or the tie is going to go 3 games. The round's going to go 3 games. Only because if Carles Gil doesn't play game 2, New England is going to lose at home. Or at best win on penalties and then get destroyed at Subaru Park again. I think they get destroyed in game 2. Especially if Carles Gil ain't playing the way they're playing right now. But I'm not completely surprised considering they're both fraudulent. And one's lucky they didn't have to have 3 managers in 1 year. At least Philly's locker room is still not completely exploded and combusted. It could, though. But when Philly actually plays a team worth a damn, that's going to change. Well, I wouldn't say the locker room's going to combust, but, they're definitely going to lose. Was Germany playing dirty for the whole match against Mexico? Yeah, I'd say they were, slightly. Cruz Azul versus Leon's about to begin. I think Leon's winning. Fortaleza and LDU Quito are going to the extra time. It's 1-1 in the final Copa Sudamericana. Whoever wins will be going to the Copa Interamericana to face the Libertadores winner Leon and Inter Miami. So that'll be nice. Next year, of course. And we'll be covering that, don't worry, when we get there. Forge, the anthems have been played, and we're going to be ready to go. Forge again in their orange. Cavalry in their black. Referees, the center ref, Maurice Soleil, Baudouin, Peter Penley, Gerard Cater, and Scott Bowman, the rest of the crew. My local side needs a club. Leafs versus Nashville prediction, Habs versus Winnipeg prediction. Leafs win 4-2. Their defense still has problems. Habs versus Winnipeg, I say the Montreal Canadiens win that game. Starting 11, Tristan Henry, Mandrecker James, Alexander Akinyoti Janssen, Garvin Metusala, Kwasi Poku, Kyle Becker, Noah Jensen, Alessandro Hajabrapur, Rezart Rama, Taron Campbell, and Benny Badabanga for Forge. Could have told you that. Didn't I say that? Didn't I? Could have sworn. I think I told you exactly what it was. Didn't I say that? Forge is technically my local club, but if my city gets a club, they'll surely be our direct rivals. Starting 11, Marco Carducci, Camden, Klomp, Eric Kobza, Fraser Ayer, Charlie Trafford, Jesse Daly, William Akio, Sergio Camargo, Ali Muse, and Meyer Bevan for Cavalry. There you go. I hope so, too. We need a striker. And with what the bullshit that happened this year, I think Joseph will do just fine. Let's go get a striker. Come on. He'll at least score 7 goals. I mean, in the MLS, probably about 12 all comps. But you know what? It's worth it. It's better than 1 from 3 strikers. It's better than 1. If Owusu's the backup, maybe he'll do better. So I don't see how Joseph Martinez could be a failure if we signed him. I don't see how it could be. On the days that Canada plays, it's just Canada. On the days that Canada don't play, I'm doing both games. So 3 of 4 each round, or both legs. 3 of 4. What city is that? Is it somewhere in the GTA? The Golden Horseshoe? Is it Brampton? But we're off in the final. 90 minutes. I think there's extra time and then the penalties. So, yeah, that'll be great. I could see him doing that at some point, yeah. I could see it. I would guess so. CONCACAF's weird. I would guess so. Forge, I see them getting to the round of 16. I think they're going to win their preliminary round tie. I think they'll get to the round of 16. They're good in CONCACAF. They could. Hell, I'm not saying it'll be as shocking as Violette, but I think Forge, depending on who they get in the round of 16, could get to the quarterfinals. They could. I'm not saying it's 100%. Depending on who they get, we'll go from there. But if they could get somebody who played in the preliminary round as well, instead of like Miami or is it Pachuca? Well, no, they could beat Pachuca. If it's Pachuca, they could beat Pachuca with the way Pachuca's doing. So you know what? I'm fine with that. I'd laugh. I'd be happy, but I'd laugh. If St. Louis, you know what's a win for me is if St. Louis and Forge both make it to the quarterfinals of Champions Cup next year. That's house money for Forge, and well, I guess it's house money for St. Louis considering they got curb stomped by America. So, yeah, if they can both make it to the quarters, I'm happy. And if they play each other, well, I'm going to that game at City Park, and I'm wearing this jersey. Forge over St. Louis. Cross in. Oh. Yes. I say LAFC 3-1. Richie Larea scores the consolation for LA or Vancouver. You know what? Yeah, I'd say so. Or at least USL League One. At least USL League One. 3 minutes in. Cross in off the corner. Short corner. Badibanga. Here comes Kyle Becker. Plays it in. For Rama. Cross. No own goal this time. But actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I want St. Louis versus Forge in the quarterfinals. One of my teams go through. Preferably Forge, but preferably Forge. But if one of them goes through to the semis, I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, Ford's looking pretty good early on, 4 minutes in. Lol. I think Forge could. I think Forge could make the quarterfinals, depending on their draw. I'll discuss that when the draw happens on December 13th. We already got that 3 years ago. Well, technically they are 2 different teams, but yeah. Monterey's a bit different too. Dorland Pabon is not there anymore. But speaking of Dorland Pabon, it seems like that one of his Libertadores cards are something that EAFC wants to push. Mobile, I should say. He's on the advertisement screen for the Libertadores cards. Get one. I don't know. I'm playing EAFC Mobile again, I know. Yes, yeah. Doesn't surprise me. Are you planning on going to any Copa America 24, 26 World Cup games in person? Yes. I'd be stupid not to. And I'd be stupid not to vlog those moments. So. I'm planning on, yes. Forge Cavalry 0-0, 5 minutes in. We're all going to Copa America. And the 2025 Gold Cup as well. I'm planning on going to some of those as well. Especially if Italy plays Canada. I am going to throw everything into that. If Italy comes over and it's Italy versus Canada, I'm going to throw everything into that. Also Japan versus Canada. I mean, it have to happen, but still. 6 minutes in. Those two, for sure. It sounds like they're going to send more CONMEBOL teams, though. It sounds like they may have retouched the format where it's going to be like 6 CONMEBOL teams. I'm not saying smart idea. Let's put it like this. Smart idea. You don't shit where you eat. It's not the best idea. Unless you're in the wrestling business. But other than that, you don't shit where you eat. That just probably shows you how weird the wrestling business is, though. That's what I was basically saying. Again, unless you're in the wrestling business. Or I guess you're a celebrity. Similar situation. But in regular life, you don't do it. Don't do it. Regular life, don't do it. If you're in the wrestling business, it's probably a smart thing to do. Or if you're a celebrity. When will the game be done? Well, it depends if it goes to extra time. Should be 7 o'clock. Maybe 8. If they have extra time and penalties. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Canada versus Brazil either. Just because I didn't feel like it. I was watching the World Series and then, well, I didn't watch the Canada-Brazil game because the Canadian Federation, it's a friendly and they suck right now. What do you want me to do? I watch them when they play in the Olympics. Oh, in the Women's Gold Cup. But I'm not watching a friendly. No. I don't have the energy to do it. I don't have the energy to do it. Especially when I knew they were going to lose because it's Brazil. Oh, wait, they're back. I hate this federation. See, to have a final like this, the national team had to be bent over a barrel. What are we doing? The national team had to be bent over a barrel. What are we doing? Almost 4 for Philadelphia. They could have grown the CPL without bending the federation over the barrel. But no, they did. Why am I not surprised? Then again, I guess you could say some bent MLS over the barrel back in the day. You could say that. So I guess it's just what has to happen. I just don't know if the Canadian Soccer Association will ever recover. At least U.S. Soccer did. But U.S. Soccer was a bit further ahead when MLS started than Canada was. Maybe that's why you let your national team build, then you start the league instead of starting the league when they're starting to build. But I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. I don't know. Ten minutes in, 0-0. But you're wearing a Forge jersey and watching the CPL final, and you're complaining about CSB bending the federation over a barrel. Yeah, no, that's pretty hypocritical, isn't it? Like, I'm not against the CPL as an entity, or at least the idea of the CPL. I'm happy about the Canadian Premier League. But again, they did not have to bend the federation over a barrel, but CSB did bend them over a barrel. Nobody asked for One Soccer either. They could have put these games on CTV. But again, you know, that's honestly kind of a miss that CTV didn't pick up these games. It's kind of a miss, if we're being honest. They did the first season. I don't know why they didn't the rest. Like, these games are easier to watch on Fox Soccer Plus than on One Soccer. Like, that's not even funny. It's true. Here's a chance. Badibanga. Cross. Well, that was nothing. I am new. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. It actually is easier to watch on Fox Soccer Plus in America than on One Soccer. So, that just shows you how bad Canada Soccer got bent over the barrel. An international distribution deal is better than what they have on One Soccer. Yep, okay, you got bent over the barrel for sure. Way for sure. But, yeah, if you have One Soccer, good for you. Like, I don't know, maybe for some people who don't have One Soccer, I know they've done some free games on YouTube in Canada. And I think you could watch those in the USA as well on that way of form. Fox doesn't geo-block them that way, but they only do that very rarely. 10 minutes in. Or 11 minutes in. Alexander Akinyote Janssen. There's a throw-in for Forge. San Antonio FC got knocked out by the best team, which is Sacramento Republic FC. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh got knocked out. That leaves Sacramento, who's been doing great, to win USL. Wait, didn't Pittsburgh play Louisville? Didn't they play Louisville? Because if they did, that means Louisville's in the conference semifinals. Let's go! Oh my God, I'm going to have to do the USL final, ain't I? If Louisville's in the USL final and I'm able to do it, I'm going to do it, okay? Preferably Sacramento versus Louisville, but, you know. By do it, I mean watch it. I ain't going back to Louisville. At least not right now. It'd be nice. But it'd be fun. No, they're playing Detroit City. My bad, they're playing Detroit City, but they should win. Oh, that was last week. My bad. They're playing the team that upset Pittsburgh. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking, yeah. They're going to win anyway. They're going to win anyway. I like Louisville over Detroit. Louisville is going to win. They're hosting it. They're hosting too, so there you go. They're gonna win. They're gonna win. 13th minute. Philly trashing me right now. I'm not surprised. I had Philly winning the tie because New England's even more fraudulent. Oh, and by the way, they lost their best player. Yeah, I saw. So that was I was thinking about the team that upset Pittsburgh. It would have been Pittsburgh versus Louisville. New England sucks. I've been saying this for 3 years now, honestly. Well, 22, more like 2. It's like, oh, well, look, they're fraudulent. They got a supporter shield. They got the best point record ever, and guess what? Or did it get broken again? Either way, they're fraudulent. And Bruce Arena was never that dude. Oh, Mandrecker James got a yellow card. Of course. Jesus, why is he bad when I watch him play, but when he isn't? The dude got nominated for Defender of the Year. So he plays, what, 20 games I don't watch, and he just freaking puts up 10 out of 10 performances? But when I watch him, he's a freaking fool? Jesus Lord. How does that make any sense? What? He is not covered in glory when I watch. So if we lose, I think we know what happened. Mandrecker James made a big oopsie because I was watching the game. And I'm definitely. Exactly. Well, I think the Broncos are pretty much mathematically out of contention anyway. Did he just try to chip him? That actually was genius. That's out for a goal kick. Maybe next year, though. You know what? Get rid of Russell Wilson. You might win the Super Bowl. I don't think Sean Payton wants Russell Wilson anyway. I don't blame him. Oh, and by the way, we'll give you Boo Boo Schuster for Jerry Jeudy. We'll give you Boo Boo Schuster for Jerry Jeudy. How about that? USC is fraudulent losing to Cal. Huh. Yeah, Caleb Williams is not a big game quarterback, isn't he? When he lost to Tulane, you should have saw that coming. Man lost to Tulane. I was actually happy to see it. 16th minute, 0-0. Jerry Jeudy to the Patriots could happen, actually. Yeah, how about the Broncos take Boo Boo Schuster? We'll take Jerry Jeudy, and they could take Boo Boo Schuster. I think that'll work for everybody. Here's a chance saved by Carducci. And yes, I certainly don't. Well, I did back in July, but I thought he was actually going to play well. But now that I've seen him and he's basically been healthy scratch for 3 weeks, no. You underestimated the Red Bulls who won 5-2. I underestimated the Red Bulls. I will admit that. They still ain't doing nothing against Cincinnati, though. Cincinnati should win that tie. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 3. I still think it's going to be a sweep. If it goes 3, I won't be surprised, but Red Bulls ain't winning that tie. No. Cincinnati might be fraudulent, but the Red Bulls, they got hot. Elias Manuel ain't scoring a hat trick every week. Free kick for Cavalry in the 18th minute. Oh, wait. Well, there you go. Georgia 36, Florida 14. Oh, Florida scored another touchdown. Wow. Free kick. Since he is stronger than the New England team that won the Shield in 2021 in just about all areas. I agree. Like, I think there are cracks in the armor, so to speak. That's definitely one of them. Boupendza has definitely messed with, what I have to say is Boupendza has definitely messed with the meshing of the team. Because they have to give him run because Brandon Vasquez is going to be gone. But I don't think that'll hurt them against the Red Bulls. Not because Boupendza will score, but because it's the Red Bulls. So I think that's really the big problem. Is Boupendza, they have to force him and try to make sure it works. Or at least give him a half a season to at least get settled before the playoff or before CCL or CCC. And next season, because Brandon Vasquez won't be there. Free kick for Ali Mousse for Cavalry. 19 minutes. Ali Mousse. Ali Mousse. Shot over the bar. They're losing. I agree with that, too. Yes. I say Forge. I do not live in a state with November off-year elections. There were municipals this year that I voted in, but I didn't vote. Or I did vote in the municipals, but there's nothing in November. It was March and April. Something like that. For the municipals. I was born in Mississippi. I don't live in Mississippi. That's where you're getting confused. They do have an off-year election, and I'm rooting for Brandon Presley to be the governor of Mississippi. But I do not. I do follow what's going on down there, but I do not live there, so I cannot vote in that off-year election. But I hope Brandon Presley is the governor of Mississippi, because Tate Reeves is a corrupt sack of potatoes. I could have been more. That's what we'll call him. Well, he is Tate Reeves. Tater Reeves. Yeah. Sack of potatoes. Corrupt sack of potatoes. You do realize that Tate Reeves is part of that welfare scheme where Brett Favre got paid the money out of welfare and Ted DiBiase and... Well, I mean, Brandon Presley's not exactly a Democrat. He's more of a Southern Democrat, so to speak. Like, he could win in Mississippi. He ain't progressive, to say the least. Like, he has democratic ideals, but he certainly ain't progressive. But at least he's not corrupt. Like Tate Reeves is. Like, he's Democrat for Mississippi. But he's still winnable. It's still winnable. Still better than Tate Reeves, though. See, that's how you know I'm a libertarian. I picked the person who I think is best for the job. And who isn't a corrupt piece of crap. There you go. I'll have a son and send him to Saudi, even if he's in the third division. We're going to be eating good. You think the third division pays like that? Oh, Lord. Who even watches the Saudi third division? They even have a third division? Huh. That'd be something. True. I still play All I Want for Christmas Is You through Thanksgiving. I don't even really set aside a week for Thanksgiving. I set aside 2 days. Like, I set aside 2 days for Thanksgiving. The day of Thanksgiving and the day after. And even if there are still some leftovers on day 3, that's just eating leftovers. Actually, okay, that ain't. Still better than minimum wage. Still better than minimum wage. So. Pretty much 2 days. Cross in. Well, actually, okay, no. Because the day of and the day after Thanksgiving are Thanksgiving to me. The 2 days after is the Iron Bowl. Even if I hate Auburn and Alabama, I do watch the Iron Bowl because who doesn't? Cross in. Sometimes it matters. What can you say? And especially since State plays on Thanksgiving Day, you know. That sucks. 24th minute, 0-0. I still want Auburn to beat Alabama, though. I hate Auburn way less than I do Bama. It's funny to see Auburn beat Bama. It really is. What about Ohio State, Michigan? I don't watch that game. I'm not a Yankee. I don't give a crap about the game. Michigan and Ohio State is not it is a rivalry, but it ain't a rivalry to me. I'm not a Yankee. Oh, by the way, how's that sign stealing going for you, Michigan? That is some wild stuff. I'm not going to lie. Jaden Milroe is terrible. Well, there you go. They just started 3rd division. What would your reaction be if the Red Bulls beat Cincinnati by some miracle? I'd be like, well, I did say Cincinnati is fraudulent. Fair enough. Shot. Here's a chance for Cavalry. Could forge clear. 25 minutes in. Headed away. Not far enough. But it falls pretty. Yeah, I agree. Ohio State is soft. And Ryan Day is not that good of a coach. Michigan ain't that much better either. Yeah, here's the problem with that. I'm pretty much busy up to Thanksgiving. Maybe during the international break. I don't know if I have an open day. We'll see. We'll see. And I barely care about the NFL anymore. Tom Brady don't play no more. Okay, I've been watching NFL weekly, but you know, it's not the same. It's not the same. I mean, the past couple of years, college football has been cooler to me anyway, but you know what? Especially without Brady. Jets beat the Giants. Shot save by Carducci. I say the Jets win by 14. Jets win by 14. But the Giants almost beat the Bills. Zach Wilson actually looks good now. I can't believe I'm saying that. Well, technically, it might actually work if he brings Yeezus Ferreira because Trinidad is Caribbean. And they still won 6-0 with the C team in the Gold Cup. You know what? Didn't he actually? I think he scored a hat trick against them during the Gold Cup. Might as well. It might actually work. Yep. Dabo Sweeney's a jackass. That's why. Dabo Sweeney's a jackass. I never liked him. St. Louis. St. Louis will win the MLS Cup. They're going to go all the way and win the MLS Cup. I just feel like it's going to happen. At least one of my teams won this year. Cavalry has had 56% possession of Forge's 44. I still think Forge has done better with that less possession. Forge will find a moment. Ha! Red Bulls are going to win the MLS Cup as an 8 seed. Nah. Elias Manuel has you huffing. Elias Manuel has you huffing paint fumes, isn't he? Yeah, he had a hat trick. Amazing. That's not happening every game. You know that, right? At least you had that playoff moment. That is probably the best Red Bull playoff moment I've ever seen. You're huffing paint fumes. Probably even paint chips, too. I think you have lead poisoning. Yeah, that's not happening. Exactly. I could see Seattle winning. LAFC versus Vancouver, and I'll review that game as well. Yeah, your fellow Red Bulls fan is calling you mental. I think, yeah, you definitely huffed paint. Now, the question is it spray paint or is it... The question is it spray paint or paint or watercolors? I'm huffing watercolors. I can see Seattle winning, though. There we go. Did New England just score a goal? Oh, no. 30th minute. Did New England just score? Oh, my God. No way. Game on, I guess. Still 0-0. Forge Cavalry, 31st minute. Thoughts on Josie saying the 2014 USA team would have beaten this current USA team? I agree with him, but not... Well, I guess it is the reason he gave. But I think that the U.S. team from 2014 has way more desire than the current team. They had way more heart. That U.S. team had way more heart than... That U.S. team had way more heart than the current one, frankly. The talent may not have been on paper better, but they had more heart. I don't see the grit that 2014 team had in this current USA team. They're very technical, the current team is, which they are better technically. They are better talent-wise, but they don't have the grit. Pulisic does not have that grit. Maybe being in Italy would give him that. But Josie Altidore had grit. DeMarcus Beasley had grit. Clint Dempsey had grit. Michael Bradley, back at the time, had grit. Tim Howard, grit. They all that dog in them. The current USA just doesn't. They don't. I mean, tactically, they should, by the style of play that they have, I wouldn't say style of play, but by the technical ability that the current U.S. team has, they should win on paper. But that 2014 team did not care about what was on paper. So they just did what they had to do. So I agree with Josie. I wouldn't discount them. That's at least what I said. They need a Jimmy Conrad. Yeah, I know. I like Jimmy Conrad. He was a good player. He wasn't. Let's put it like this. Jimmy Conrad wasn't a great player by himself, but he made the team better. Jimmy Conrad could read the game well. He really could. Still can. Like, I still, when he says something, I agree with him. I think he has good analysis. He can read the game well. I like Jimmy Conrad. So, 33rd minute. Free kick for Cavalry. 33rd minute. Yeah, I agree. That also helps. You're right. I'd rather have Jurgen Klinsmann than Greg Berhalter. Yes, that helps. That helps. Now, if it was BJ Callahan, that's a different conversation, slightly. With Berhalter, I don't know if they could pull it off. Very, very, what's the word? I won't say shaky game, but very, very nervy game here for Forge. Cross, header. They'll go out for corner for Cavalry. Berhalter's a fraud. I agree. I think Forge is in a really good position if they can get to the half with a draw or with a 1-0 lead. They just shouldn't let Cavalry score. But if they could get to the half with a draw, I think we're in an okay position. Cross in. Header. Cleared. Nice. Not far enough, or just far enough. There we go. Exactly. Now, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I guess the paint finally wore off, yeah. '36th minute. But something tells me Berhalter would do something stupid to this USA team, and then by 2026 we won't see him. It'll be BJ Callahan because things could change. It should be BJ Callahan. If it's not, I'm worried. BJ Callahan, I agree. Well, didn't I say it first? BJ Callahan will be leading the USA at the 2026 World Cup. I don't know how Berhalter gets fired, but he gets fired. Goal kick for Forge. Fortaleza and LDU Quito are going to a PK shootout. Well, I wouldn't say it's the only one. I mean, Full Metal Jacket, Trackathon. I mean, all the traditions I do are still my favorite. There's a reason I do them. Now, there's some new I'm doing this year. Or I don't know if it'll be a tradition, but we'll see. So we're doing a seafood bake on Christmas Day. We'll have leftovers. Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, we're going to make a pasta dish with the leftovers of the seafood bake. So like the mussels, the shrimp, the crab, and make like a pasta. Like a seafood pasta, like a vodka oil sauce, sort of. A butter garlic vodka oil sauce, something like that. And hopefully that becomes a tradition in itself on Boxing Day to do that with the World Juniors. Make a seafood pasta. Hopefully that becomes a tradition in itself, but technically it's a Boxing Day, Christmas tradition, but, you know, we'll see. I'm pissed off. They got their asses whipped. I'm not happy about it. I can't wait. Honestly, can't wait till Will Rogers comes back, and we need Woody Marks. And if we play anything, if we somehow do better than 6-6, I'm honestly going to be shocked. We may actually be playing on Boxing Day, speaking of Boxing Day. So let's see. World Juniors, Mississippi State, and Pasta. 2 of those will still be there. 1 of those, hopefully not. But this year yeah. Canada on Boxing Day in the World Juniors. Mississippi State playing their bowl game, probably on Boxing Day. Hell, I don't even know if we'll be bowl eligible. I'm just hoping we're bowl eligible. Yeah, I know. Barely any break. I know. Crazy. 39th minute, Forge. Full Metal Jacket, Trackathon. Nothing too special. Like Christmas month, I mean, I could get like White Hot Chocolate 3 or 4 times now that I know Starbucks has it. But is that really a Christmas tradition or just... I don't know if that's a Christmas tradition. Top 50 songs of the year countdown. That playlist. I make ramen on Christmas Eve. And I make 2 eggs over hard Christmas Eve morning. Fried eggs over hard. So like Christmas Eve, I make ramen. Eggs over hard Christmas Eve morning. During the trackathon. Joe Thornton retired. Yeah, I'm not surprised. 40th minute. Well, no, I think I may have been doing 3 recently, actually. I'll wolf down those fried eggs really quickly. Like, really quickly. I think I'm doing 3. I think I did 3 last year. Or like the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm doing it again this year. 3. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it with that bacon up, too. Instead of butter. I don't know. I may try that. I'm not going to lie. Georgia's slapping Florida. Actually, I probably should try that before Christmas Day. I probably should try that before Christmas Eve. Like sometime soon. Like make 2 eggs with that bacon up. See if I like it. Probably shouldn't do that for the first time. On Christmas Eve. Probably shouldn't. What's going on the 18th of November? I have no idea. 41st minute. I have 0 idea. Cross in, cleared. 41st minute, still 0-0. So, I was at shock. Raiders lost to the Bears 30-13. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So. Holiday parade ice skating the same night the parade happens. Oh, I get it. Okay. 43rd minute, still 0-0. I mean, if you think the Red Bulls are going to win MLS Cup, yeah, I think you're high. I think you've been huffing computer duster like Towley. I bet you're walking on sunshine. Please tell me somebody saw that episode of South Park where Towley was huffing the duster. Don't forget to bring a towel. Cleared by Harriel. Damn, if New England had 30 more minutes, they might actually send this to penalties. LDU and Fortaleza are going to sudden death. It's 3-3. They might have tied this up if they had like 20 more minutes. Towley huffing the duster is iconic. Save. I know. Towley. I got it. LAFC fans saying if we win MLS Cup, we're not chokers. And I'm like, even if you still win MLS Cup, you're chokers. Hey, they did the bare minimum. Yeah, exactly. Like LAFC did the bare minimum. If they win MLS Cup, they did the bare minimum of what they were supposed to do this year is go back to back. This season is a failure already. There's a silver lining, but the season was a failure. You didn't win Supporters Shield. You didn't win Champions Cup. You didn't win Campeones Cup. You didn't win Leagues Cup. I thought you were going to dominate. You didn't win Open Cup. They didn't do nothing. LAFC did the bare minimum. They haven't even done the bare minimum yet. 1 minute of stoppage time. The bare minimum is winning the Cup again 2 years in a row. The bare minimum is going back-to-back on MLS Cup. That's the bare minimum. And I'm worried about playing the Dolphins. 40 seconds. They have legitimately failed. If LAFC don't win the Cup, they have failed this year. They've completely failed. It's a failure. 30 seconds. Oh no, bad giveaway. Big save by Tristan Henry. Wow. Fair enough. I'll give you that one. I think if Red Bulls build on this and keep Troy Ozan, yeah, you will be top 4 if you can stay healthy. But then again, I said Toronto would finish top 4 this year, and well, that didn't happen. Like, seriously, if you go back and watch my MLS predictions video, it's legitimately crazy how bad that aged on certain things. The TFC prediction, the Montreal prediction, and we're halftime. It's 0-0 at the half between Forge and Cavalry. Or hell, the way I was talking about Toronto in the preseason aged really badly. How do I know this? I've been rewatching my videos because I got to make the best of reels, of course. So I've been going through all my videos. I just started a couple of days ago. This year. LDU Quito just won the Copa Sudamericana. Good for them. Oh. Yeah, the TFC talk preseason that's definitely aged badly. I did have Orlando. Oh, by the way, I did have Orlando finishing second this year in the East. So I at least had that. It'll be the longest one yet. Lives for sure. For the reviews, it'll get there probably. It'll be approaching it, but definitely for the live streams, I was like on a roll. I'm sure there's probably a moment in every one if I really went with a fine-tooth comb, but there's still enough. I think I had him out. I actually had him in the playoffs, I think. It was 8th place. 8th place. So I actually had him in the playoffs, 7th or 8th place. So I actually called that. I know, crazy. I had you in the playoffs. Yeah. Because it was Montreal. And I had NYCFC finishing 12th. I think I was right on the money on that, too. At least I saw that coming. Montreal, Charlotte, DC, New York City FC. Missing the playoffs. I had Charlotte missing the playoffs. No, I had Charlotte 5th. My bad. I had them in the playoffs, though. And I think I had Red Bulls 8th or 7th or 8th. So I had him in the playoff. Thought because of Dante Van Zier. Now, that was wrong. He didn't even start, didn't he? Jose Martinez and New England are fighting. Yep. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Forge is tied 0-0. Let's get this one going. Sit tight, we'll be back. Sit tight, we'll be back. Stats of the half. Here we go. 47% possession to 53. 3 shots to 7. 1 shot on goal to 1. 150 accurate passes, 78% to 169, 81%. 5 fouls to 6. 2 corners to 2. 3 shots to 7. 1 shot on goal to 1. 192 passes to 209. 78% pass accuracy to 81. 14 throws to 11. 0 offside to 0. 1 yellow card to 2. 0 red cards to 0. 0-0 at the half. I think Forge, they've definitely not been the best in the first half. I think they definitely need to push the ball forward. But I think in the second half, Forge will wake up. I think they'll wake up. I think they'll use what they saw and then reset at the half. I think the second half will be much better for Forge. I think being 0-0 at the half is not good for Cavalry. Yeah, they've been arguably pretty good. They've definitely been at the front foot at times. They definitely have had shots, chances in the box. But I think in the end, Forge needs to just push forward. I think they'll see what happened at this half and then rebuild over that. Tinker with things and get it in the second half. Sort of what they do at times. So, yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I think Forge are in the better position. I think Cavalry, yes, they have definitely had the run of play at times in the first half. Second 45, I think Forge will see what was the problem and they'll fix that. Or I wouldn't say a problem, but what their deficiencies were and then build on that. So, see what the second half says. So, there you go. I think Forge will be fine in the second half, though. So, see how it goes. 91st minute. There we go. 3 more minutes left in the Philly-New England game. Dante Van Zier was terrible this season. He had the racism thing, got injured, became healthy, scored a goal against Austin, got a season-ending injury. Oh, season-ending injury. Well, yeah, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I think the worst part about it, well, I wouldn't say the worst part about it, but I definitely feel like a thing that really sucks about it. Oh. That doesn't sound too good either, to be honest. Okay, here's a better one. I can't believe Gerhard Struber got fired by Red Bull New York and basically promoted to Red Bull Salzburg. Like that, there you go. There you go. That sounds probably the most diplomatic of all 3 choices. Yeah, I still can't believe that Gerhard Struber got rehired by basically rehired by Red Bull just to coach the Salzburg team. Yeah, and Struber's apology was worse. That sucks. They should be already. Odio Quito have won the Copa Sudamericana 2 times, 2009 on penalties, and now they won again on penalties. Or wait, no. Won a 4-3 on penalties. They just won 4-3 on penalties. Okay, I was like, they won on penalties the last time? It was odd choice too. That is silly. That's just stupid. Silly. No, stupid. A minute and a half. New England has to score here just to have a chance to score another goal. Philly about to win game 1. They should be winning game 1. A minute to go. A minute to 30 seconds to go. Red Bulls look like, not Red Bulls, the Revolution look like they're going to fall to Philly in game 1. Kai Wagner. And it's full time. Philadelphia takes game 1. Pretty much just put W's on each team. 3-1. It's 1-0 Philly. Philly leads 1-0. 3-1 win. Yeah, I would say it's probably right about time, wouldn't it be? Philly leads 1-0. Second half's about to start. Then we got LAFC Vancouver, Cincinnati and St. Louis. Cincinnati Red Bulls, St. Louis, Kansas City are the games I'm doing tomorrow. Houston, Salt Lake. Covering Orlando, Nashville, Seattle, Dallas. Tennessee, Kentucky just started. Somehow. Huh. Vlogmas planning resumed today. Nice. MLS awards. Huh. So they put that on there. Drone tour. Huh. Nice. Rangers, Diamondbacks. Game 2 is tonight, by the way. Oh, they have a Providence Park drone tour on Apple TV MLS Season Pass. City Park. Audi Field. Oh, no BMO, though. Well, BMO Field, I should say. Fernando Cardoso could be on his way to NYCFC negotiations ongoing as we speak. Right midfielder from Olympia, Paraguay. I could have sworn that Providence Park one is the one they did before MLS Cup 2021, though. I could have sworn. I could have sworn. Huh. Huh. I think it's a new one. Well, remember when I said I wanted to see St. Louis versus Forge in the CCL play each other and I would go to that game? Well, Hamilton's close to Toronto, so process of elimination. That'll give it to you. Or you could have just listened to Red Bull Insider. But either way, second half's about to start. But yeah, I'll be a little bit chippy about it. Forge to kick off, and we'll be on our way. Secret Santa, that sounds cool. And we're off in the second half. And we're off. Quasi Poku is off for Forge to start the second half for Dominic Samuel. I don't know if that's smart. I don't think Quasi Poku was the problem, but I'll trust Bobby Smearney Otis. Whatever. I'll trust him. I'll trust him. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Alrighty, boys. 46th minute. Chicken over ice, aka halal food from the halal truck. That does sound pretty good. Yeah, that does sound pretty good. That does. Yeah, nice. All the Red Bulls fans that showed up against Charlotte, I would consider real fans in my opinion. I agree. Oh, that's sad. It's horrible. I hate to hear that. I hope they got found safely. I hope they got found safely. I hope they stay safe, and I hope they don't get hurt. Hate to hear that. Well, at least the stadium was more than half full. I've never seen something like that at Red Bull Arena. 47th minute. I've never seen something like that. Yes. 48th minute. Gignac won't play against Chivas, and America plays against Monterrey. Tunnel Ortiz's first game against America since he got fired. I feel bad for anybody who gets kidnapped. Like, I feel bad for anybody who gets kidnapped. I don't know why you're just saying women and children. There are men who get kidnapped. You should just say, I feel sorry for people who get kidnapped. If you have the right to bear arms and you have a concealed carry permit, well, there we go. It's always better to have heat than not. To protect yourself. Of course. Don't use it unless you need to, but it's always good to have something to protect yourself. Well, I only say Second Amendment so I don't. I'm just saying Second Amendment so I don't get called a gun nut. If you have to have one illegally to keep yourself safe, do it. Because some countries are more restrictive. But then you certainly only use it when you need to use it. Especially if you have it for protection and it's off the black market. If you don't have to use that thing, you don't use that thing. Not that anything's different when you have concealed carry or open carry that is legal, but you certainly I don't know. I'm not saying criminals are always going to have guns. That's the problem. Speaking of illegally, they're always going to, if you ban guns, the criminals will still get guns, and you have people who are law-abiding citizens that don't have guns. It makes things worse. See, that's the problem. It makes things worse. If you have people who are concealed carry, who have the permit, you're probably in the vicinity. You're probably better off. That's just my opinion, though. And even if we did have more stringent background checks that stops criminals from buying guns legally, they could still buy them illegally. So what are we really doing here? Cross in. They'll always find ways around it. There's some called the black market for a reason. Exactly. Hey, see, we made some out of it. Damn. Exactly. So, what do we got? 1, 2, 3. Tuesday. All right. Just count that out. All right. 53rd minute. If this is not over through 90 minutes, I'm going to flip this to LAFC Vancouver, but I'm still going to wear the Forge jersey until the match is over here. So let's just consider, let me just remind you that if this game doesn't end in 90 minutes, the end of the Forge Cavalry game will be on the LAFC Vancouver stream. At least my reaction to the end of it. Just considering. I agree with that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, yeah, I could agree with that. 53rd minute, free kick for Cavalry. Free kick taken right to Tristan Henry, and luckily he didn't bring the ball over the line when he jumped back like that. Cleared by Cavalry. Forge's halftime adjustments have not taken yet. I can tell you that much. Speaking of Messi, Inter Miami's debut opponent, Cruz Azul, they missed a big chance. Well, they've sucked all year, so not surprised. Man City money line, Houston money line, Atletico Madrid money line, and should I add St. Louis money line or St. Louis or draw? St. Louis money line. St. Louis money line straight up. Bad giveaway. Here comes Cavalry. Ali Mousse. Shot over the bar. That'll be goal kick for Tristan Henry. Are they going for a penalty shootout? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think Ford should be doing that. They've already beat Cavalry once. What the? Okay, I can always take the goal kick, but he put his shoes back on. Which result would you rather lose, 2-0 or 3-1? I don't know. They're still losses. See, that's the problem. There isn't really what was the performance like? That's more of the situation. I mean, you still lost, but what was the performance like? You were dominating the game, but you got scored on twice, and it just went away from you? Or did you get your ass kicked and lose 2-0? I would rather not lose. I mean, if I had to lose, I'd rather it be the 2-0 where we just got scored on twice and we still pretty much dominated the game. And we made 2 defensive mistakes and lost, which Toronto did a good couple of times this year. But I would just rather not lose. I would just rather not lose. I know that's pretty, what's the word? I know that's pretty cliche, but I'd rather not lose. Damn, I am good at coach speak. I would rather not lose. I have LAFC or a draw money line tonight. Do you think Vancouver's drawing? Hey, at least you covered your ass. I don't think they're going to draw, but at least you covered your ass. Yeah, Richie Larejo will pick up a goal, but LAFC wins 3-1. I want Vancouver to get embarrassed. You can say, but what about Canadian soccer? Doesn't help me if Vancouver wins. That means Richie might stay. If Vancouver gets embarrassed, John Herdman might have a chance to bring him back to Toronto. I need Vancouver to get embarrassed. LAFC, just show your old self for 2 games, please. Or 3. Please. Help us. Help us. If anybody can bring Richie back to Toronto, it's John Herdman. The plan for Vancouver is get Richie after the regular this season on a permanent. They never did get him on a permanent. That's still up in the air. Gazump them. Cross. Here's a shot. Oh, what a miss. See? Yeah, because it helps Toronto FC, especially if Vancouver gets embarrassed. I had LAFC winning anyway, but I need Richie back. I want him to look good, but Vancouver to get embarrassed. See, that's the thing. Are you talking about Vancouver signing Richie Larejo permanently? I'm going to be sad. And we're screwed because we have Kobe Franklin, but what are we going to do for the other side? Raul Petretta sucks. So yeah, Kobe Franklin is sort of the new Richie Larejo, but I'd rather have Kobe and Richie on both sides than have Kobe and Petretta. All you want for Christmas is Richie back. Yeah. That'll work for me. That'll work for me. That'll work for me. Yeah. That'll work for me. Oh, and Alonzo Coelho to get the captain's armband. But what about Oso? You really want him to play all 34 games? That's delusional. Alonzo Coelho's that dude. I don't care if he's a youngin'. He deserves the captain's armband. The man could play for Spain. The man could play for Spain, as far as I'm concerned. Alonzo Coelho is better than Gavi. Hell, I ain't heard about Pedri in a while. I think they actually killed him. When he played 70 games in 1 year, I think they killed him. 60th minute. I think they killed him. Yeah, Pedri's definitely fallen off since he did that. Alonzo Coelho. Is Spain in the Olympics for men's football? I hope they call him up. If Spain made the Olympics for men's football, I hope Coelho gets called up. I need it. He's under 23, I think. Yeah. Call him up. Or hell, even use the overage just to play him. Jesus. He's a good player. Alonzo Coelho got snubbed on Young Player of the Year. He got snubbed. Duncan McGuire, my ass. Alonzo Coelho should have been in the top 3 of Young Player of the Year. Okay, maybe not win it. That would have been Duncan McGuire. But at least in the top 3. Toronto would only have like 7 points if it wasn't for Alonzo Coelho. They would only have like 7 points. We had 24 points just because of Alonzo Coelho. Did he score any goals? No, but he definitely stopped them from happening. Yeah, I know, but not every team has a playoff hat trick. Hell, Toronto didn't even have. No, Josie did score a hat trick in the Can Champ final, though. I agree with that. How we doing, Felix? Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. 62nd minute throw in for Forge. Come on, boys. It's still 0-0. Come on and get the goal, Forge. At this point, whoever scores first is going to win. I'm fine with that. Well, depends on how it falls. I may be fine with that. I may be fine with that. 62nd minute. I may be fine with that. I don't know if I will be fine with that. What up with that? What up with that? Badibanga. Man's record James plays it into Badibanga. Man's record James. Here's a cross for Forge. Crossed in. Header. Oh, get saved. John Tolkien free kick could be up there for goal of the year. Yeah, I could see that. Rangers up 1-0. Will they make it 2-0? No, I think the series is going 7. I think the Diamondbacks will answer back. They'll get 2 at Bank 1. Chase Field. Free kick for Cavalry. Yeah, he scored a free kick against Charlotte. That was a pretty good goal. John Tolkien has been clutch recently, I got to admit. Good for him. He's been clutch recently. Really clutch. Plays forward. He's been really clutch. I think it's extra time, yes, but I'll check. But it seems like extra time, then penalties. Oh. Still 0-0. Carducci gets it. Let me check. Oh, there we go. Perfect. 2023 final. Penalty shoot, 30 minutes of extra time, then a penalty shootout. Yes. So we go extra time, then penalties. So, part of this could be going on in the Vancouver stream. Vancouver LAFC stream. So, we'll see. We'll see. But hopefully Forge finds, or just a goal gets it. Third goal for Red Bulls was too easy for Manuel, in my opinion. I agree with that. 64th minute. We're going to find out. Plays forward. Nice. Becker. Oh. Free kick. Meyer Bevan gets the free kick for Cavalry. That is a pretty cool fit for Tommy Wheeldon. I gotta say, Tommy Wheeldon is a damn stylish manager. That man has good fits. I have to say. Tommy Wheeldon is stylish. I gotta say. I just have to say that. Gotta say. Tommy Wheeldon has them fits. He has them fits. I've never seen Tommy Wheeldon wear a tracksuit. Let's put it like that. I'm not saying it would suck to wear a tracksuit, but Tristan Henry gets the ball there. That'll be a goal kick. Still can't believe Tom Barlow scored the playoffs. Me either. 66th minute. Boom. Good catch by Tristan Henry. Over the top. Is he on? Well. Corner. You show the TV. One, it's on my computer. Second of all, if I do, I get a copyright strike. So this is pretty much like radio. Portland Timbers. Or Portland Thorns, my bad. Portland. I mean, PTFC. I mean, you saw what I did there. Portland Thorns. Lol. I mean, if they're both PTFC, and they're all about the same group. At least they were. Kyle Becker. They play in the same stadium, Cross. And, I mean, hell, the Portland Thorns players have played charity games with Timbers players. So, I wish I was doing stuff for Halloween. I'm busy. Even if I wanted to, I still wouldn't be. Tristan Borges. Tristan Borges for Noah Jensen. Thank God. Jensen has been trash. Now, there we go. Charleston Battery 1-0 over the Birmingham Legion. Well, there you go. Exactly. Borges is on for Noah Jensen. I think the moment's been too big for Noah. He's been trash all game. Let's bring on Borges. Let's go, Borges. Now, he knows when it's a big day. Noah Jensen hadn't played in big games, at least CCL games or CONCACAF League games. He ain't. Now, Tristan Borges, on the other hand, has. Now, he has. Bring that man home. 68th minute. Let's go. Love it. 68th minute. We got Gotham. I agree that Cavalry's been better at pushing players to the next level. I don't think that's Bobby Smirniotis' fault, though. I think that's people want to play for Forge. Forge is the best club in the league. They win. They play a lot of competitions. I don't think Forge players want to leave Forge. Cavalry has not played CCL until, of course, in February. They've only played 2 finals. The players on Cavalry, like, of course, when other players go up, they have a better opportunity. Forge, technically, I mean, if you're a Forge player and it's like, do I want to go to Toronto FC or do I want to stay with Forge? I'd rather stay with Forge. Cavalry, though, it's like, you could argue that there's a better opportunity. Like, did you not see Taryn Campbell and Alessandro Hajabapur go straight to Forge after they won the title with Pacific? To me, that just shows you what Forge is, what position they're in. I don't know if you like or know boxing, but Fury beat Ngannou from UFC by 1 point. I like boxing. I know boxing, and I'm happy Fury won by a point. But that damn near is a loss. I understand what you're saying. And for all its wins, Forge hasn't actually pulled an upset against a Tier 1 CONCACAF team, while Cavalry did it on year 1. That is true. They did beat Vancouver in the Can Champ. That is true. But Vancouver was absolutely dog shit at that point. But the teams that Forge has played have been arguably good. They played Montreal like 3 years in a row, and Montreal's been good every single year of that. They played Cruz Azul, and, well, they actually kept it a lot closer than I expected. And that's all they've played. Oh, they played Toronto once. And that's the one they probably should have won, was playing Toronto, but they didn't. So they've only had one opportunity at a dog shit team that they should have beat. Cavalry's pretty much in the same position. They actually just beat Vancouver, though. Forge didn't beat Toronto. And arguably, you could say Cavalry had it harder because they had to play 2 legs. I'll give you that one. They still won, though. Because Vancouver was dog shit at that point. They just were. They just were. Toronto that wasn't as bad as this year, but they were still not great, and they still beat Forge. Hey, Toronto's never lost to a CPL team, no matter how bad they've been. They've never lost to a CPL team or a lower, well, they did lose to Ottawa in that first leg in 2017, but over a 2-legged tie. They've never lost a tie to a lower division side. So, Even though we've been shit, we've never lost a tie to a lower division side. What about Independiente? Okay, let's not go there. Let's not go there. They're in the first division of Panama. Technically, that's not a lower division side. I'm technically not wrong. I mean, pretty much is, but technically I'm not wrong. I agree. Mike Tyson probably still would beat his ass. Or if not, George Foreman. Maybe smash him over the head with a George Foreman grill too. Anybody remember those? I think I'm past Halloween to the point where honestly I moved on to the holiday season, even though it's still October. Here's the thing for me about Halloween. That's really just a holiday when you're a kid. Like, yeah, you could still go to Halloween parties when you're our age. But to me, Halloween is two meanings. Even more than Christmas. Shamit Shom coming on for Cavalry. When you're a kid, you're going trick-or-treating. When you're an adult, you take your kid trick-or-treating. And you get to see your kid have that Halloween fun. It's sort of like Christmas, except it's even more two versions. Like, Christmas is still fun even when you don't have kids, but you're still older than being a kid. Halloween is like, you're sort of trying to make it something if you're going to a Halloween party at our age. It's like, you're just partying with a costume on. It's not really Halloween. It's not really Halloween. It's just you're going to a party with a costume on. Just the only reason you're doing that is because it's Halloween. Doesn't seem Halloween-y to me, but I don't know. To me, Halloween's the candy. You don't, but being given candy, it's not like you're buying candy, you know? Buying candy is like you're giving, or also you're giving it out, but then you eat the rest. Okay, that's pretty fun too. It's like you buy the candy, you give it out, then whatever's left you eat. There, that is. Okay, that works. That works. That's pretty cool too. That's pretty cool too. Farrell and Cavalry versus Vancouver, but Can Champ 2020 was almost perfect for Forge to win. TFC were dog shit at that point at home, and TFC didn't give a shit about the game beyond not wanting to lose to the CPL. That's exactly what I said, but Toronto still won. So, the possession's evening out. 74th minute. Forge has one shot on target. Cavalry has two. Okay. 75th minute. Header. Shot. What a save by Tristan Henry. Oh, speaking of, yeah. Dia de los Muertos is a lot more fun. Body Bonga with the chip. Forge with a goal. 1-0 Forge. Benny Body Bonga scores. It's 1-0. Oh, it's offside. Damn it. He was offside. Damn it. So, no. I thought it was 1-0. Really? You're going to do that? A chip is offside. My ass. I need to see the replay of that. I need to see the replay of the Body Bonga shot. Please, please, please. Forget the save. Let's see the Body Bonga go. He was offside. Yeah, no, I didn't see offside. My bad. I did not see offside. No. I didn't realize it was offside until the referee was like going like that. I'll do like distributing candies a nice giving back moment now that I'm an adult and have my horror watch listening list for October. I wish there was VAR because I don't think that was offside. I don't think that was offside. They let off the freaking fireworks for that. 76th minute. Everybody does it. I'm not the only one. Let's see. Oh, it was a foul. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I don't think it was a foul, but that makes a lot more sense than offside. But him getting the ball off of Bevan was a foul. Or Him getting the ball and then chipping it was a foul. Okay. I still didn't see a foul, though. Why do I feel like it's going to bite us in the ass? 76 minute. I hope Forge basically uses that just to build up. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Ooh. Well, it's pretty much just candy, but... Ooh. It's not candy corn, I can tell you that much. It's not candy corn. I can tell you that much. Candy corn is it's not as bad as Mike Leach said it is, but it's definitely not. No. Like candy corn is only Halloween, but it's definitely not that good. I like Nerds. Nerds are pretty good. Starburst, especially pink or red. I'm not really a fan of yellow Starburst, and I don't have anybody to pawn them off to, so that sucks. But at least they're making like all pinks now, even more than favorites. I think they're making all pinks now, so. Man, I wish I was growing up. When I was growing up, that was the case. But I could still buy the all pinks. I like Kit Kats. I like Milky Way. I like Tootsie Roll Pops. I like Fun Dip. Fun Dip. I like Pop Rocks. Like, it's hard for me to pick. Free kick for Cavalry. How we doing? Angus. Before candy corn became popular, it was called chicken feed. I can see it. Any fruit-flavored candy is good on Halloween. I give chocolate bars to my friends. I like fruit and chocolate bars, so, you know. It's hard for me to, you know. I really love pink Starburst, though. I like Laffy Taffy. I like Jolly Ranchers. Like, I never got anything I don't like Almond Joy. But back when I was actually celebrating Halloween as a kid, I had somebody to pawn the Almond Joys off on as well, speaking of the yellow Starburst. So I was fine with that. Or Mounds. Almond Joy or Mounds. I'm not a fan of those. Over the bar. You like fruitcake? No. And luckily, my Nana didn't have a fruitcake recipe. I'm surprised. If she did, I definitely would have made a reference to Grandma got run over by a reindeer. You know, because the plot's based off Grandma's killer fruitcake and it had the reindeer nip. I mean, come on. Am I the only one who watched Grandma got run over by a reindeer? Like my actual favorite Christmas movie, like my actual Christmas movie, like that's actually fully Christmas, is Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Full Metal Jacket falls under the Die Hard rule. It's a Christmas movie because they sing Happy Birthday Jesus, save, but it's like Die Hard. It's done over Christmas. That's why it falls in there. If Die Hard does, I'm taking Full Metal. But actual Christmas movies, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's the one. See, that's what I said about Die Hard. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Just because it's set over Christmas is not a Christmas movie. But if you're going to do that with Die Hard, I'll do it with Full Metal Jacket. But I'm the one who makes no sense. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Shot over the bar. Trying to make a point. I still love the movie anyway, and I'm still going to watch it on Christmas Eve anyway. Or Christmas Eve anyway. But I'm trying to make a point. Trying to make a point. LAFC versus Vancouver. It sucks. And Mr. Beast is not that good of a YouTuber either. Looks to me I'm going to have to flip this over to the Vancouver stream. My favorite Christmas movie of all time is arguably the worst of, or my favorite Christmas movie is arguably the worst of all time. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Body Bonga. Crosses, top of the box, shot, blocked away. Forge is getting better chances since that offside goal. 82nd minute. Boom. Samuel doesn't get there. Free kick for Cavalry. 82nd minute. '82nd minute. Goal kick taken. 0-0. Forge had the foul that took away the Body Bonga goal. It's out for a throw for Cavalry. Cleared. Yep, 83rd minute. 0-0. Long ball. That's out for a goal kick for Tristan Henry. I like Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Fragile. Must be Italian. Okay, Christmas Story is a pretty good movie. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Fragile. Must be Italian. That's not offside, though? Okay. 84th minute. Fruit cake is nasty. Good. Clear. Yes. 84th minute. Put it forward. Let's go. Run. And that's a free kick for Forge. Klaus is surprisingly good. That 1980s version of Christmas Carlos with George C. Scott myself. Huh. Playing forward. Good block. No handball. Come on, Forge. 85th minute. Carols. Ooh. Christmas Carol. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I was like, okay. Yeah, Richie and Atakube are starting good. Dried fruit makes fruit cake worse. Flavors are unbalanced. Yeah, but then how do you... Andres Kubas is back for the Caps. Yep. And they're not playing 31. Wait, is he not even on the bench? Hold on. Oh, they're not even playing Tybert, and he's not even on the bench. They're not even playing 31. Kyle Becker shot past the post. Oh, there you go. Boanga, Vela, Oliveira, Tillman, Sanchez, Bogus, Palacios, Chiellini, Murillo, Hollingshead, Crepeau. Oh, they're starting Crepeau. I feel sorry for John McCarthy, really. I like Maxime Crepeau, but the dude's basically played all season. Pretty much carried the team through the season, no matter... I mean, they did go deep in a lot of competitions just because they didn't win. Better Christmas desserts than fruit cake. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Like gingerbread, maybe? 86th minute. Yeah, Violent Night. Didn't Angus talk about that last year during the World Cup? I feel like we brought that up before. I feel like we brought that one up before. Playing forward, 87th minute. could have sworn, but I don't know. I could have sworn. Playing forward is Forge. 87th minute. Somebody's going to score before extra time, I swear. I just hope it's Forge. Yeah, because you have to be drunk to enjoy it. Yes, as soon as the full-time whistle blows here, I'll take a short break and then I'll turn it over. Whether it's actually full-time or we're going to extra time, but what do you think is more dangerous for injuries, soccer or hockey? Ooh. I'd say hockey. That's a more rough game. You could still get head injuries in football, soccer, but hockey. Chivas are Tigres. Oh, look, Bouanga with a golden boot. 17 minutes till kickoff. So let's remember, if you're watching this game, my actual reaction to extra time, if this game gets extra time and penalties, will be on the Vancouver LAFC stream. So just move on to the next one with me if you're here for the Forge game. I hate that I have to end this one, but I have to move on to the next game as well. So, but I'm still watching both. It's just that it's not under the Forge banner. '89th minute. The speed of hockey makes it most dangerous. Yeah, I would agree with that. But it's also the fact you're getting hit 89th minute. I didn't say it came out last year. I just thought Angus referenced it. That's out for a throw for Forge. Rangers' goal song is goated, in my opinion. Which Rangers? Are we talking about the Scottish Rangers and New York Rangers? Or are we talking about Creed with the Texas Rangers? Which I don't like them. Hey, Louisville City got 1-0. There we go, baby. There we go. Lou City. Yeah, baby. I'll do the USL final if they make it. I agree with all that, yeah. I agree. Quebec City, Saskatoon, Edmonton, and Moncton. Edmonton deserves a team with an actual good ownership group. Quebec City and Moncton, I like that. Saskatoon's probably the lowest on my list, but I don't think there should be a GTA team. I don't think there should be unless it's Brampton, I don't think there should be, like, maybe Brampton, but we could wait for that. But then again, they put another team in Vancouver, so I guess Forge, York, and Brampton, I guess. Free kick for Forge. Cruz Azul's trying to get Bouanga. They think his contract's almost over. Well, that sucks. Bouanga. Kitchener-Waterloo needs a team. 3 minutes of stoppage time. I say Brampton. Brampton is a diamond in the rough. Forge would lose some of their players, though, because a lot of the Forge players who played for Sigma played in Brampton or came from Brampton. So, or at least when Sigma was an academy and all that. Body Bongo with a free kick. Minutes to go. I agree with that. That's why I said it could wait. Free kick for Forge with 2 minutes 30 to go. Can Forge end it here? Benny Badibanga. For the win, maybe? Free kick for Forge. Benny Badibanga. Badibanga takes the shot. Saved by Carducci. '91st minute. Cross in. Feels like a last-minute goal is going to happen. I just don't know who for who. Man, good idea. 92nd minute. 0-0 between Forge and Cavalry. And let's remember, if this goes to extra time, I will flip to the Vancouver LAFC stream, and that's where I'll finish the reaction to this. So there you go. Mousse, cross. It's going to be a throw-in for Cavalry with a minute to go. So if you're here for Forge Cavalry, jump over to the next one once the final whistle blows. I ain't going to hate Miami. Headed away with a minute to go. Cavalry. This is a damn war, my friends. This is a damn war. Hey, if we're going to do this, I wish it would go all the way. Body Bongo with the offside goal, of course. Or the foul. They got it called off. Just swallow him up, please. Don't let him get anywhere near. Foul, free kick for Forge with seconds to go. I agree. 93rd minute. Forge will have this free kick. Or not. We're going to extra time. 0-0 between Forge and Cavalry. 0-0 after 90 minutes. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to flip over, as I said. So thank you for watching this stream. If you like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of minutes on the next stream, but we got to flip over because this game's about to start while extra time is going on. So I'll be watching both at the same time. So this is not over yet. This is not over yet, but we got to focus on Vancouver, LA as well. So we got to flip over. So I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Still more for Forge. But I know what'll get me more views, and that's moving over. So, and doing both. So instead of doing both on this, I have to move over. You'll still see my reaction to the final, the rest of it, but we got to move over. So move over to the next stream, the Vancouver LAFC stream, and I'll see you there. There you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.